Well, behind me is my 1965 C10. She's all loaded down from helping out with the weekend chores, and I thought, considering the pressure washer's already in the back, I might as well give her a bath. She deserves a little bit of pampering. I've had it for about 10 years, and I've washed it less than 10 times. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get all this stuff out and get her ready. All right. Now that everything that is adverse to being sprayed with a million psi's of water has been put away, or just haphazardly stacked right off camera, we're ready to actually get down into cleaning this truck. And in no time, we're gonna have her ready and back to a showroom shine. What's that? Huh. Okay. Okay, so apparently 10 years ago, I painted this with house paint using a roller. So in no time, we're gonna have it back to being as good as that is. A truck like this needs two kinds of cleaning things. I know you guys have your own tricks out here. For this one, we're gonna start with a solution of bleach and water. Now, if you're not into pouring things or not as good at it as I am, you can go to the hardware store and get anything that is rated for mildew. For those of you that can read and it says ZEP on there, there's not ZEP in here. So, one spray bottle of that for the barnacle-y stuff. And then we have one other spray bottle full of Dawn for the greasy stuff. When she's parked, she's often parked under this pretty spectacular oak, which I like a lot, but it does two things. It drops some kind of sap and dirt, and what isn't sap and dirt is sap, and then the dirt sticks to that, and then things start to mildew because this paint has a ton of texture. When I bought it, it was this navy blue that's starting to show through. I ran out of white paint, so I never actually painted the top. That's what it was. However, we sneak a look around here, the original color was that really great Chevrolet green. I don't know if you guys can see that because the shadow. Let me see if I can find another spot. Right here on the door, there's a little bit of the original green, which is really neat. But this stuff here there is a ton of texture to it. It's like 60 grit sandpaper, and some of that is actually growing some kind of stuff. So what we're going to do first is find all of those areas and go ahead and hit them with our bleach solution. I would not recommend using this on your Rolls-Royce. Not really going to hurt this truck. See, these are definitely barnacles. Pressure washer will take care of some of that, but it's pretty remarkable what a bleach solution will actually do. Alright gang, you ever feel like just trying to get something accomplished is a deed that will never go unpunished? The pressure washer that worked fine all of Saturday, 2 days ago, just won't. It's got a case of the Mondays, so I'm gonna go over here and struggle, and hopefully it'll fire up, and then I'll wash it. Righty. Dang. She just doesn't want to. And it's 1 billion degrees out here. We'll give her a quick rinse and try again. Houston, we have a problem. She's gone full Wi-Fi. It's 11 billion degrees out here. And now I've got a new situation, which is simply try to get back to where I started. All I wanted to do was wash a truck, but now I have a pressure washer that is significantly more broken than when I started, and a truck that is still not washed at all. So here we go. Well, she's back together. The camera overheated. Probably should have quit a long time ago. It's not meant to be, but the truck really deserves it. I just don't know why. Ran so good on Saturday. All day. Only stopped to refuel. I'm trying to quickly clean the carburetor before the end of the day, but I will surely destroy every gasket, thus setting this back even further. Maybe I could just drop the bowl. Conveniently, everything on this has been a 10mm. Gross. All right, I think we found our problem. I don't have the foggiest idea what is up with all this muck and dirt. So we're gonna just zap it out of here with the old brake clean. Wow, that's bad. Gang, day 2. Truck's still dirty. Have you ever spent 2 days trying to pressure wash one car? I have. Story of my life. I set out simply to pressure wash this truck. Now, that project is serving for the workbench for the tool that broke while trying to accomplish the first task. So welcome to man's struggles to complete the simplest of DIY projects. Wash a car. Carburetor full of goo. So I have got to ungoo it. I grabbed some tools. Everything I've ever taken off of this is 10mm. Oh yeah, I broke this yesterday. Fixed it with a new knot. That all went boom. So all that had to come apart, and then I put it back together. Wanted to start for a second. Dug out the fuel bowl, had a bunch of trash in it. That was not enough. All right, we got an angry car, just yelling. When it's regular like that in this neighborhood, it's a car alarm. When it's more intermittent, like meh, 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 that's a doorbell. There is a spider web that runs from here to that. Oh, look at that guy. Boy, howdy, he is going to be upset. This thing's huge. Let's get you in there. Look at him go. Wow. Well, that guy did this overnight, which means in the same amount of time he has accomplished far, far more than I have. And I sure hate to do this, but these couple strands are going to be the linchpin. Sorry, pal. Man, that stuff is strong. Oh, there he goes. Good luck. You get him, buddy. Alright, there's a carburetor, probably full of junk. I don't want to pop it off, but I think I'm gonna anyway. Considering the bolts that hold on the air assembly McGee are also the bolts that seem to hold on the carburetor. I gotta go get some tools. So I could have just pulled the whole truck back by the shop, which is like 50 yards yonder. But I didn't, so now I get to walk back and forth. We'll return with a screwdriver. Maybe I got one in the truck. I don't know. Oh, why didn't you tell me there was one right here? Anyway. Maybe I'm gonna rethink this because that's fuel line. I guess I could replace it, just don't wanna. It is pretty brittle. Anyway, you might notice that I'm not big on the routine maintenance. I kind of just let it full on break before I decide that maybe it's worth looking into. So basically she didn't want to run. There's a bunch of trash gathered in here yesterday, which means whatever tiny little jet this thing has is also clogged with trash, which I didn't want to get into, but it leaves me no choice. So anyway, there we go. This guy is not quite right. We'll be back with a more better one. There's a little jet in there that I'm hoping I'll be able to pop right out, clean out, and then, you know, I'll need to go get gas and then maybe see if she'll run. Be right back after these messages. Here we go. We've got 3 flavors of doodads. Hopefully one will work. So the jet is threaded into the same threads that threads into that holds the bowl on. So the idea here is to get the jet out without boogering up said threads. Now that I've spoken those words, I've given that idea power, and I will report back in about 5 minutes when that's exactly what I've done, is screwed up the threads. Because that's just how it's working. This just doesn't want to come out. Those are exactly the same. Maybe a little better. She don't want to. I think it's reverse threaded. Should I find out? Well, gang. She's turning, so that's a good sign that either I'm doing something right or I'm breaking something. I don't know what to tell you here. Taking jets out of carburetors that have sat for 100 years and they're less stubborn. See if I can shake it out and completely lose it under the truck. Boys, it's getting hot. Let's see. There we go. Anyway, there's a tiny little hole in there. I'm gonna run some wire through it and see if I can deturd it. Spray a bunch of brake clean. A different brake clean. Alright gang, picture wire, gonna shove it through a little jet hole, see what we get. I know that this is not the preferred method for carburetor cleaning, or never was up until now, but all that's out the window because we're burning corn and the gasoline's not made for these applications. So day 3, gang. I ain't kidding you. Yep. Whoever said failure is not an option does not hang out around here very much, because around here it's pert near likely. So, what started as can we blow the barnacles off this truck before we put the pressure washer away, because the pressure washer was already in the back from some weekend choring, turned into can we even make the pressure washer run, even though it ran fine all weekend. So now the goal is to try to actually start it, because I didn't start it after yesterday's activities of cleaning the carburetor out. And can I knock the barnacles off this truck before it starts to pour? Yes, I am about to wash the truck before it rains, because this is not to get some kind of Maguire show shine finish. I just want to knock the crusty bits off of it, which is about, you know, several years of accumulation, so rain's not going to hurt it after that. Anyway, I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket. I'm going to try to move all these cars around, give myself some more room. Then I'm going to try to fire up the pressure washer and see if it works after yesterday's inspection and cleaning and you know, rebuilding. Here we go. All right, gang, thought I'd bring you along for the cold start here. We got a Vapor Lock 3000 carburetor on this thing. It's an inline 6, so the carburetor is sitting on top of the exhaust manifold. So if you drive it for a while and you park it for a little bit, you're got no problem. But if you like leave it for the night, between all the leaky parts of the carburetor and the vapor lock of the carburetor sitting on top of the exhaust manifold, you need to give it like an 11 billion pump kind of thing after you've refilled the bowl to make it think about getting going. So anyway, here we go. It's like 11 pumps. I don't know if there's anything in the carburetor right now. We'll find out. Oh, small victories, small victories. Gonna take them where you can. All right. Well, we moved it. Success. Don't have a ton of room, but it's more than enough to just, you know, get her done, assuming the pressure washer works. So let's go figure that out and make her more better. I've not tried the pressure washer yet. I forgot to get gas, so I put in all the rest of the old varnish gas I have after I just cleaned out the carburetor. That was smart. And so I've got 0.2 gases, a million trip hazards. I'm wearing flip-flops, so that brings a guy fall on his face factor to like an 11, and I'm in a hurry. So I might just fall over, I might get it done. I'm still counting on this thing to start. Here we go. It doesn't look like gas. Round 23, part 7, fresh gas. Do you guys remember this feller from yesterday? Can you even see that? This is one ambitious Spider-Man, and I'm gonna ruin his day again. I really don't want to. All right, chapter 28, subsection B of can a guy wash a truck? Probably not. We're taking the little Jimmy because it needs gas. And the big Blazer's top is off, as you saw, and looks like rain, which, you know, honestly, driving in the rain is not that bad. It's the soggy seats that are sort of the no fun part. I ought to fix that exhaust leak at some point, but it's really hard to get to. So let's be real. A lot of this is due to a lack of routine maintenance, which I'm really bad at routine maintaining things, and using the might as well method to get anything done, where, you know, it looks like multitasking. If you're like, well, I gotta unload the truck and it's got a power washer, might as well use a power washer on the truck. Foolhardy plan when you haven't planned at all. But I'll tell you what, guys, if I started thinking about all the steps required to actually do something, gotta get the gas, gotta clean out the carburetor, all that jazz, so difficult, probably wouldn't start it, because one task becomes 28 tasks. If you dive in blind, however, and you just run into obstacle after obstacle, eventually you'll start solving stuff. It's nothing I didn't have to do anyway. The carburetor was going to need to be cleaned. I was going to have to go get gas. Pure laziness stopped me from doing that ahead of time, but now that we're at an impasse, might as well. And as a result, might as well take this Jimmy to go get gas too. Will it make it? I don't know. Maybe we'll run out of gas, causing yet another problem. But I do have a jug here. That'll help. The jug's obviously empty, so we'll still be going for a walk. We made it to the gas station. I'll let you know if this goes wrong too. Alright, gang. Well, that wasn't totally uneventful. I managed to spill gasoline all over the outside of the container, which, you know, now that we're in a closed vehicle, it smells 68.2% more explosive. It's alright. We'll air it out going down the road, hopefully. After all, this is actually my girlfriend's car, and I don't think she's going to appreciate the new air freshener. And we're back with 2.5 gallons of more gasoline like gasoline. So, pour a little bit in, try it. Here, but, you know, I don't know. That just broke off. Swell. I was gonna say, let's just fill it all the way up, because I just have to pour it all the way down. Just takes some work. Maybe. I guess off. I don't know. Well, she looks a lot better than she used to. The pressure washer took out a lot of the crusty, super textured stuff off here and really made the paint less chalky. I'm not sure if you could see that while it was happening. We did lose a fair amount of paint, mostly on the hood, which this is interesting because I guess in the layers here you can see that the green paint, the original paint, is under a coat of this primer that the blue is sitting on top of, and then my crappy paint job was rolled on top of all of that. So looks like everything's kind of coming off except the primer. You know, here's a little bit of the original paint again. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, she's a pretty sharp truck. Definitely looks better, less dirty. That's about all I have to say about that. We've already had some rain on it, so it's still not in its peak condition. But, you know, after 3 days, here we are. One more cleaner truck. More cleaner than it used to be. All right, gang, that was the most effort I've ever had to put into washing a car. But, you know, sometimes some victories are extremely hard fought, no matter how small the victory is. But the truck has less barnacles on it. The pressure washer is back to running again. So those are good things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're working on your own project and things don't go quite your way, learn to laugh about it. I mean, things go wrong. Who cares? So good luck out there. We'll see you next time.